They said Kweku could buy anything. His gold filled barns, his cattle covered fields, and his coins spilled from clay pots onto the floor. But when death knocked, he learned the one thing money could not buy, a name that lives beyond the grave. Long ago, in the heart of the Ashanti kingdom, stood the bustling town of Abonko. Markets rang with drums, goats bleated between stalls, and the smell of roasted plantain filled the air. In this town, one man stood above all, Kweku the wealthy. Kweku's mansion glittered with imported glasses. His wives wore silk. His children rode on horses while other children walked barefoot. But though his pockets were heavy, his heart was empty. Behind bowed heads and forced smiles, the people whispered, Kweku has gold, but no soul. He feeds his cattle, but lets the poor starve. One day, the gods will humble him. Kweku had 3 sons, Kwame, the eldest, who was greedy and power-hungry. Yor, the second, he was ambitious but weak-minded. Kojo, the youngest, he was quiet, thoughtful, and kind. One day, as fire torches lit the great hall, Kweku gathered them. Before them were treasures, ivory, silks, jars of cowries. Kweku said, My sons, I will not live forever. The day is coming when my wealth shall be yours. Remember this, gold rules the world. With it, you can buy loyalty, power, and even respect. Kwame's eyes gleamed. Yor nodded quickly, but Kojo frowned. Father, he said softly, can gold buy a good name? Can gold buy honor? The hall grew silent. Kweku's laughter echoed like thunder. You foolish boy, a good name cannot build you a house. A good name cannot buy you yam and palm oil. Gold is greater than honor. But the gods of Abako were listening, and they marked his words. That night, as Kweku feasted, a cloaked stranger entered the town. His staff was carved with skulls, his eyes glowed like fire, and he came searching for Kweku. The next morning, the stranger appeared at Kweku's gate. Servants trembled, but Kweku, greedy and fearless, welcomed him. I have heard you are the richest man in Abako, the stranger said, but wealth like yours is never enough. Would you like more? Kweku leaned forward. How much more? The stranger smiled. Enough to make kings bow before you. Enough to make your name reach across deserts and seas. All I ask in return is your legacy. Kweku frowned. Legacy? What use is that? Take it. Just give me more gold. The stranger's staff struck the floor. That night, mountains of treasure appeared in Kweku's house, more than any man in Abako had ever seen. At first, Abako bowed lower than ever before. Kweku's feast fed hundreds. His wives wore gold anklets that jingled like bells. His cattle multiplied until fields looked like seas of horn. But soon, whispers began again. Children sang mocking songs about him. Traders shook their heads. Elders spat when his name was mentioned. His respect withered like dry leaves in Harmattan. Kweku tried harder. He threw feasts, gave gifts, even forced girls to sing his praises, but the song sounded hollow. And worst of all, his sons changed. Kwame and Yor quarreled daily, each demanding a bigger share of gold. Kojo withdrew, watching silently, his heart heavy. One night, as thunder rolled across the sky, Kweku dreamed. He saw his grave, grand, covered in gold, but children danced upon it, laughing and chanting. A greedy man dies, but his name dies faster. He woke up sweating, and for the first time, he feared death. Years passed. Kweku's hair turned white. His steps slowed. He could not carry his gold, nor eat his riches. On his deathbed, he called his sons, his chest heavy as he spoke, Bring me my treasures. They filled the room with gold, silk, and jewels. But when Kweku tried to touch them, His finger passed through as if they were smoke. "Bring me the people," he whispered. "Let them sing of my greatness." But none came. Outside, he only heard the children mocking chants. "A greedy man dies, but his name dies faster." The clocked stranger appeared once more, standing at the foot of his bed. "I gave you wealth," he said, "but you traded your legacy, and now your name will rot while your gold turns to dust." With that, Kweku breathed his last. The next morning, his body was buried with riches, but the people did not weep. They mocked, spat, and cursed his memory. Yet Kojo the youngest lived differently. He gave to the poor, spoke kindly, and judged fairly. And long after Kojo was gone, mothers still told their children, "Be like Kojo, for a good name shines stronger and longer than gold."